哦，这款游戏是我少数完全看了不知道在玩什么鬼。思想派需要伸手，为什么他伸手都有肉体派？体格、眼明手巧，这是什么意思？代表你有多强壮？这都可以多少？6。智商身手1点体格，这样能说会道，反应速度，这个加是什么意思？选择你的招牌技能，选中额外点，同类技能上限也会加1。泰然自若，突破重重封锁，动辄阴气逼人，遇事当机立断。当机立断。五官发达，注重一切细节，手眼协调。那智力呢？故弄玄虚，疑神疑鬼，这是体格。这是什么？精神。反应速度，鬼祟玲珑。可能选能工巧匠这种，精通万切各种机械，运用机械改进机械。从钥匙，它甚至能让你神不知，能让导致你与之隔绝。反应速度，适合能躲开子弹的人。注重细节的侦探。杂技员，干脆试试看这个好。复仇女神们的居处就在家家户户的镜中。开始，继续。永远的，永远的，永远。
An inordinate amount of time passes.
An awareness creeps up on you.
一大团东西藏在你的死角。
Soaking in some lore.
Ex-love.
旧爱，这是什么鬼？
It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss.
不，我想摆脱这一切。
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself?
I don't care.
Somewhere in, like a fly to the ointment, you're conscious.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth.
随之而来的还有极度的头痛。
An ungodly headache. A fiery
Somehow.
裸体大汉。 哦，右键。
You hear a jingle. Keys up. It
口袋
says
钥
word.
匙，一双鞋，玻璃。
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
见微知著。
The shards face outward. A fine web, more likely a projectile than a hell.
评估冲击
It
尺
is too
寸。
large for a bullet, yet like the green shoe that's on the hat rack. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your... The cool wind gushes in.
寻找另一只鞋。
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan. You reach out
手
to
被
grab
砍
the
断了。
tie. This is bad for quite a lot. Still ongoing. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold. You know, do it if you want to die. The stabbing pain in your chest is... The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach. You swoop up. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a
把
hole
灯
in your
关掉
brain.。
再一次，再拉一次，放马过
Your
来。
eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good.
笑死！这是什么鬼？哇，都是喝酒。镜子。
A mirror, hot water. Suddenly, you realize you have, as you see, abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
超级
It
巨
appears
星。
you're also dead. There's... Please stop.
Please
horrible.
stop.
You're scaring yourself. You can't. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
某种悲伤的过气人物的方式。超级
You
巨
should check
星。
yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here, it looks like a cadaverous spasm. Getting clever appears to make the expression even worse. Now it's mixed with smugness.
28%。
Like the rest of you,
哇
it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
这个是什么？派个诗人来，什么鬼东西？哦，主角走好慢哦，残障。这个是什么？磁带。出门。先去拿鞋子，钱，分配在钢筋铁骨上。哦，所以我刚刚，所以钢筋铁骨可以让你多一点生命，这么神奇。他读取蛮久。咸咸的海风。
There they both are.
找到另一只鞋。
baby. Good.
海水，所以他在海边。葛城警官做点事，等他睡着后偷偷溜出去吧。
Hello,
3月份
officer.
The young woman, her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birth.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir.
Are you sure?
I am, yes. You've been here for 3 days. I couldn't say. In truth, so
3%
far,
算。
mostly drinking. Could it be because
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
这里的人不喜欢警察。
Something. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes. The dock workers are pretty cocky.
码头工人
They
自
think
大
they're，police
他们
enough.
觉得有自己复制
At
治
least
安就
here on
够
the
了。
coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. There was the usual. I couldn't say. It's impossible. Oh, yes.
Oh,
were
迪斯可
huge where I come from. It would appear so. A slow, sad song started playing. That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone. Yes.
受伤。
it's impossible to.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No, it didn't sound. A window was smashed. Okay. Glad to have been of assistance.
反正不知道他在干嘛。烟灰缸、笔记本、还只是走下去哦 ，TP 哦，葛城警督，听起来很厉害。啊，麦克风放鸽子哦，骨架，麦克风，大黑板。
You should totally sing karaoke here. Utterly through a PA by other people. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prom? You should sing the sad, slow song you were listening to last night. Serves them. You have to find out how the song goes.
获得任务卡拉 OK。
A man, everything is cool between you and this.
No,
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy.
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only. She just, you know.
His eyes dart from
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
a competent work of tech. Looks like the bird. This is the
Tiny.
small steel tag says as much.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you.
他假装没有听到你的话。哦，一通里加1。哦，后面不能了。罢工海报跟红色旗帜。
A colorful piece on the counter rolled out of his open hand. You see a blister pack. The man does not mind. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo.
他语音好长。
Santiago S. John.
S. John。增强体壮，把他叫醒。叫醒干嘛？要偷东西还要叫醒？
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal
身
loop
份
holds
证
the，plastic ID and a leather-bound.
还有一个皮革钱包。而这
The
男
man
人呢？
emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look
看
like
起来
it.
不像，不过你
But
永
you
远也
never
不会
know.
知道。
Better be quick.
偷走
You
证
slip
件，
the plastic just for the record. You look.
翻一下
You
钱
find a
包。
black paper note with a woman's. The sleeping dock worker has
闪人。这里还有什么？没有。神秘动物学家妻子。然后他就不讲话。
as on the sleeve of.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Prison 57.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
试着想出一个名字。
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should
我
be.
真不记得自己
Okay,
的名
it
字。
looks like
What he means is,
if you don't mind, it also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. Right. And the interviews? Good. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
呃，
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? So, where it has been hanging for 7 days after you?
if you're about to
You mean you don't have a badge?
我醒来就没有。
Losing your identity.
the man
Yes.
I am
Yes.
Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
毁灭的
This is
先
an
驱。
inter-district investigation, so joining me from...
What? I have no idea what that means.
人类的实验很快就结束了。
What is this? A joke to you? Is this?
Sir, I understand your con...
Yes.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene.
No, I.
Do you have her...
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like
You said you just got...
What? Of Martinez?
我
No.
是不是
I live
马
in
丁内
Jamrock.
斯人？
But you still know your way around.
Yes, I know where it's.
I didn't imply...
he probably means this. His face expresses profound doubt.
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back.
Thank you.
因为他向他要了电话，所以他离开了。嗯，
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to.
Let's go.
Not
Let's
so
go.
fast. You owe me 130 real.
偷跑。
As you blow this joint,
Real mature, man. Real mature.
Real mature。瑞瓦肖奥兰治，他妈的，我怎么会知道？卡拉姐。
The RCM in Martinez. We don't see a lot of police around here.
the place looks the.
Of course. What can I help you with? Of course. Where to? Oh, that.
Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death.
No problem.
She's very.
Of course.
If there's a corpse, then
Sure.
戴手套，然后怎么关掉？我记得
before
他
you
车有
stand
东西。
vapor eminent, this must be the.
Dark
In the
Island.
cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
轻轻敲打，拿出工具箱，
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case.
红
The
色
pry
撬
bar,
棍，
useful for open the handles.
电锯
You can do
切，
it's
手
robust.
摇电
Lets
筒
you，see the pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
拿
The
起无
frequency
线电
tableau,。the soft purr.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Liz.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident.
This is Officer Alice.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved
哦，
button
对，要
catches
报
your
告
eye.
东
Just
西
a
不
second,
见。
Officer.
10-2, 10-5,
The man uses
10-4, message received, 10-5,
10
relay
4.
message. What's your 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-9, over.
天奶夫了，
10-4, message received. DC.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is communication. You mean your partner?
What is he saying?
他在讲什
He's
么？
asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
我是他的搭档
It's，your partner, satellite officer Vitmars.
Did he lose his memory along with his
不
fucking
会他
badge?
妈连记忆一起丢。
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the
原来
bestseller
这
Dick
主角叫
Mullen and the
Dick。
Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your
你的
name.
名字
It's the name of a fictional
Oh.
detective. Defend yourself. Immediately, they're laughing at you.
He's asking you to... Of course it's serious. Satellite Officer Vicmar concurs, losing your badge. He says this has probably happened to us.
Oh god damn it. Is he
整个
fucking
警局
kidding?
会因此
Satellite
遭殃。
Officer Vicmar is wondering if...
Mullen dicked us.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm
所以
just
他
going
叫
to...
马
Fuck
伦吗？
me. Mac,
What's going on?
super cop here.
He lost his what? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to...
Why? Did he find it?
Why?
Sergeant Orson was on the...
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again.
New heights?
Ask him.
Ask him if he's
问
lost
问
his
他是不
gun.
是把枪给
Sergeant
搞定？
Orson...
Check your pockets. Check your... No.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get
故
my
弄
question?
玄虚。
You were wondering about your gun. Over.
哦，赌赌看。
Lying over the phone? It's easy. Just...
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast.
青少
We
年
can't
犯
have
罪
some
犯。
gangbanger running around.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further
等
assistance?
待中完毕。
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
关上门离开。去看 Dead Body。
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that
Iban,
covers the
Iban.
plaza mosaic. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown
起
event
点
that
撞
took
到
place some
倒
days
车
ago.
转弯。
It's a message. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the
这
whirling
里是 A
wreck
点
and then accelerated
加速
straight into
冲
the
撞
fence. The driver proceeded to
到
back
处
out of the
去
yard before heading south. Must have
南
been in
边
a
哦。
hurry.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carrier. I'm not sure.
You could follow.
然后还有什么东西？两个小孩。R 的皇冠从天而降。
This trash container just attracted
That's the
itch
trash.
just looking at
啊，fuck，
this trash container.
One you took from
这
my
是
motor
撬棍。
carriage, or
哦
we
哇
could ask for it.
He might also have information. This is better than just your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
去找经理吧，好像是。这画风太神奇，太他妈神奇！应该是找他吧。
Damn, your feet thought we got away.
You know what? The stupid drinks you've had are on the house. You know why? Now, I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. That's 100 square. Don't thank me yet. You still owe me. Now, what the hell did you want? I assume you wanted something to come back.
外面的垃圾箱。
No.
Thank you for clear.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out.
I thought as much.
Well, yes. Us and...
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Prod at him and find out.
我们需要
What do you
钥
need?
匙。
It concerns the case.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
By the way, where is home? But
Where
you've been
is
at this
home?
hostel cafeteria for in time or space. That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Entertain the thought.
流浪警探。士气，士气能干嘛？想要打发时间，买本书吧。阅读的时间过很快，是没错，阅读时间过超快。
This trash container is locked with a well-oiled. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
打开后然后干嘛？
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see, well, you've done this before. The movements are recorded in your... A box falls into pieces in your hands. You see, you've done this. No. Good practice. A box falls into... Among the threadbare as the leg.
The victim's clothes? Drop them in here. Of guitar mark, blue jeans. The belt is missing. That's it.
Something slimy catches a drab, long-sleeved shirt.
This is a military type overgarment. No label.
The rest of...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. Not really.
The fuck's he on about? Kids?
Kids?
That Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
The lieutenant nods. It's just... What's this? A blue piece of plastic. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes. Not just any man's. This dense...
Officer, is that your paperwork? There's a lot of it too. And you've got an autopsy form in there, in the back. That light pink copy paper. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
也许我有必要失去它才能让，因为我不想再当警察。一定是这。
What are you talking about? Do also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contained. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on it.
Wow. An armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny. It's a giant rifle. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. That's too bad. Because none of those things are actually in there. There's just... All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction only in its social...
黄人皮马克杯
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list.
工具、道具、互动、黄皮人马克杯、损坏的手册。要怎么互动？
It's the ledger you found in the trash. There's a piece of toilet. It's a metaphor for you. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila, an aluminium block runs the width of the board, writing down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. The surface is interrupted by a silvery, looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. Any capable light with the right way. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to...
This means you can read the watermarks. If you...
It depends.
Maybe yours will...
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden paper, they're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches. But once in a while, there's a red stamp that work, strife, poverty. It's the middle of March. You have a temp. What do you mean? Is that all?
命名惯例
Yes. It appears you employ a, shall we say, a title. One might. Yes. All caps. Others appear more light-hearted. The guy's on a couch in an unexpected location. It's going to take an effort to piece. It's pedagogical somehow. Brash. Your hand cramps up merely.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
毕竟案件又要找线索。
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. It's okay. We all
like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry in your hand.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, it's a holdover from the early days of a game. In your defense, I seem to have named one, the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. I pray his loved ones. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is. Once all the tasks are, sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. Onto the paper with inspect the interview. It's not exactly poetry, but a satisfying slash. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion. Things to be done and think.
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man.
The notebook is annual. It says 50. You don't exactly close them so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're in the back, then rip them from the binder. 3. The topmost. You don't have to be an intellectual. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for these are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the all in a print, a dozen pages of thin yes. The rest of the stinking cellulose. It's made of dark blue something rattles and something small inside. Permeables. It's not hidden. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot with your hands. You 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. The acidic stench of rotting food, you know, like the bits they put into public piss. Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs? Why, yes it is, among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling in rags. Perhaps is not what you end up doing. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic
92%都会失败，我的天哪！先储存，存储，这游戏的几率也太不合理了，92%都可以失败。
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots, anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs, maybe more than 12. 8 pairs of boots have 1. Standard work 2. Standard work 3. Hobnailed 4. Standard work boot. Number 45. You don't 5. Another 6. An aberration. Impossible to tell. But you're not bad. 7. The glowing out. 8. And yet another.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyper a woman or a kid?
这个是哪一个？41。41无法判断。
Understood. Anything else? 200?
He might be right. 200?
Possibly.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between. Interesting.
光滑的脚印。
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. No, it's not. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone's... A week, maybe?
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the...
What do I think? Then, after hoisting him up, this...
Indeed. Yes. Everything fits so well. The lieutenant...
Either way.
这个箱子是什么？装钱。哦，真的有钱，美片。
The cord you seem to be a cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle.
He's about to blow.
Active decay.
He's about to blow. Cock's gonna blow.
If the
Kuno's got this.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy Kuno. Right in.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. The kid is obviously high.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throw it.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good.
食水之味
Yeah, Kuno.
Kuno's riding at sea.
The rake, he should.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a the.
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking.
Fuck no.
Fast. This kid has got.
We
the language these kids are.
Alright.
The kid moves his hand.
Shit.
Don't tell the pig.
This is where you quickly ask him questions.
Probably climb. You heard Kuno. I don't know. Mesco. Oh.
There is no Night City anywhere.
Kuno gives this info.
Thanks, Kuno.
Kuno's fucking.
昆
Kuno
诺的
uses
瘸
the
子
fucking.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Just a couple of.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty.
Your test.
Get lost.
Right, pig. This is where. Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen, Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags.
那穿500块，抢劫他就可以付钱。
White letters FALN.
Look.
The lieutenant remains silent.
Pig, these are found modular. Believe it, you need.
These could coach physical instrument endorses these. They will also make you into an idiot.
Alright.
Don't do business with.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business. The fuck? A mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes? Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Shit. Kuno doesn't.
Tell the Kuno who it.
Stop turning into.
Yeah. Get your bacon shit away. Look at that fucking shit. Fuck does Kuno know?
Kuno know the lieutenant.
It's a trap, Kuno.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
昆诺
It's always Kuno, never.
Kuno doesn't trying to get Kuno.
Watch out, Kuno. Help. Pig's got.
Help.
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out.
Help.
Escalate, Kuno. His dick is out. You're a
Pigs in here, Kuno. Somebody please.
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense.
No.
The nearly psychopathic.
Help. He's flashing Kuno. No one.
Help. The pig's gagging him. Kuno can't speak.
Fucking logical.
You put him.
Listen to your friend.
听你傻逼朋友
Kuno owns the fat ass. Help! The RCM is trying to fuck Kuno.
12%。
Look.
For
I know you want to.
relax. There's a dead body. Remember, that's what you were doing here.
I can't. I'm gonna fuck that. You're nothing. You're
Kuno.
No, you're not.
Bitch, you're.
A peepo is a type of hat.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper.
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch.
Click, click.
Meaning, there's been a change in some kind of evil clockwork. There will be.
Yeah. The king. Yeah, whatever. The fuck about it. Your test.
Get lost.
Kuno.
要怎么把它弄下来
There he still is.
问他
Yes? What do you want to know? Good.
升级有几点？总计是应该只有1点。鬼祟玲珑。能工巧匠，鬼祟玲珑，反应速度。 五感发达。这个互动。
It's just a oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about the broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? If you want to
笔记本，买下运动裤，去瑞影那边打开车头灯，警枪警。流浪警探，内在化，从容自若减一，日期制，思维分类。
There he still is. There he still is.
Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. Alright. That's because I'm half Sail. It's a part of the...
Sail is a protectionist, isolationist,
I can see you're disappointed. Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? You have a... I hope you don't take... They say...
Yes, but containers contain. He simply nods.
What do you want to know? Maybe you can... Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wildlife. They didn't die. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM. That's right.
让金跟你说说这案子。
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. Better still than an imbecile. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know? You mean like a brief? There's no 3 days ago, the RCM. During that time. Okay then. No, it's not a particularly.
The lieutenant adjust.
Good.
让我想想，要怎么打下来？算了，先去车子那里好了。这车哪一边是
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone,
All right. Ready?
The dashboard lights up
打
with
开预
orange
热
glow.
器，
The rounds like a leopard. The lights unfold.
There you go. I'll turn them off.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the head.
There she is.
瑞瓦肖西部。
Around the borders of the watermark, the rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the art. Iraq brazen.
Ah, Martinez.
Martinez.
Let me see. Right here. No, it does.
There are many of them. The first row has 18 dots.
18.
Not bad for what? The next is the longest. There are so many, it's hard to count. The last row, as you look at them, you feel your index finger reflexively contract 3 times. And something you'll do again before this.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM.
Alpha male officers who are proud.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Cool. This next row, wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM. Call it what you want. You were a
You know the answer already.
That's right. How did you know? Ah, right. Sometimes the brain's able to preserve certain risks. For an RCM officer, especially there are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do have, but it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of. Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective, or self-destructive. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves. Yes.
The lieutenant nods.
Right.
经验不是又满？阅读水印，能工巧匠。去找老板，刚刚好像还要找老板。储存。
Can I help you? What theme?
包厢会被工会预定。
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. No, you don't. If you had a warrant, you'd be besides the
You do realize you can just go into the kitchen at 1300 hours. Known Sambo is an acronym.
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. They come here in the evenings. Dumb.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. We don't. We have to wait.
There are these things.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based question.
盘子。话说主角的枪到底在哪里？不在饭店里，然后也不在那个什么鬼东西呢？不在垃圾桶。可以找一次。
The trash container.
应该没有。
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. You see, you've done this before. A box falls into pieces. Not much to see here anymore. There's nothing more of interest. The container sounds a muffled gong.
看来是没有。离开。试着打昆诺一巴掌。
Fuck does Kuno care?
通情达理。
Kuno's Kuno. You already know that. Kuno thinks Kuno's ease off sea. Don't be telling Kuno what Kuno can do.
It's not Kuno.
哦，
It's Kuno S.
居然成功了。
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it.
Fuck you.
She puts extra.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him.
It's okay.
That's it.
Try to fuck my Kuno.
我的
Try to fuck
Kuno
my Kuno away. Me and Kuno are tight. We ride for life.
算了
Kuno doesn't.
下次了。哎，这里
An inconspicuous pile. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because there's a secret door. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
永恒之板。这边要怎么进去？装备一只手电筒，装备2只手电筒。手电筒，左手，右手，钥匙，黄色筒子，钱，要么滚开，要么搞砸，黄色骨粉，猪头。奥兰美增补剂，跟正确的人物可以开启已经关闭的白色警定。正确人物，为什么我不能看？铁桶，37年大科技的明信片，鼻灵通，看来那里有门，再想办法走过去吧。等一下，等等，可以获得额外讯息。
Be still, my be. The lieutenant. There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
能说会道。
Perhaps not, but that there was an interesting find.
安非他命，大多数人在晚上21点，等到凌晨2点，大家都睡着。2点的时候睡着了，所以就可以背着金葛城做其他事。我拿到什么道具？地图。这是什么意思？然后现在想办法找其他线索。好亮，讨厌。装备上后可以打开世界里上锁的容器，可以撬开世界上上锁的容器。先存个档。杂物，音符跳动，最强壮的男人。
This man looks like trouble. You might not want to get into this right now. Plenty of time later.
Don't you welcome to
你在跟我讲
My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolation. Every school of thought and government
这
has
座
failed
城
in
市
this
的
city,
每一个思
but I
想
love
流
it
派都很
nonetheless.
失败。
It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for...
What he means is, Fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rival.
I know exactly what you meant. You think but you see, I'm an officer of the RCN.
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple.
The lieutenant
Whatever you say.
He smells of heavy motor oils.
Oh man.
That's
great. Look at that guy. God damn.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Yeah, apples. Right. It's about not the most popular topic nowadays with a...
Not sheep. Actually, neither ostriches or sheep bury their heads in the sand. It's just a saying.
I'm not the only people who've studied these things say that you and open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something differently? The problem?
Cultural victory.
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And it's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race. Good. If we...
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged.
Scab?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though.
A kind of a worm. Content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier... Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think. Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came beg, we've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't... I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cops...
Show him your...
Speaking of, what brings the RCN here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
The man looks...
But that's not you, officer. From back when you were not a cop, but a heavy-set, dark-skinned dock worker named Santiago John? Highly unlikely. I've known John for several...
Now you're in a mess. The time hath not arrived.
Oh, John's been out drinking himself blind again?
No, it will prove useful still. Believe your thieving fingers.
Oh, is my friend in some sort of trouble? Who knew? You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss...
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
你说的不错，我确信这个91%是哪？
Probably not. I wouldn't even know where to start with.
这里电子锁，请按警卫背后的按钮。哦，要怎么跟他讲？好，主角卡了。
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest, or were you just trying to win his confidence? I suppose that's a relief. Just be careful of, and you avail yourself.
We know it.
And one more thing. As you've seen, I've had this conversation enough times in my life.
哦 ，A 帮老大。
Nobody
侧卢先生。
Yeah, Measurehead. His body
侧卢先生的
totally
女
betrays
人
his degeneracy.
他的身体暴露了他的低劣。
you admire it must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this ancient pinnacle. Be calm, you have succumbed to all.
你向已故屈服了。
You reek of it. Yes.
He means alcohol.
I doubt it. My microcephalic race, so.
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach.
闻起来像一只臭老鼠爬进你的胃袋。
No, you don't. You
你
need
需要
to
再
get
来一
a
杯。
nut.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Look at my craniology.
看看我的头
I
骨，
am the pinnacle of you gave the world.
优
You
生学。
dominated. Let you will be.
It is, baby, yeah. You.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You
比
should leave
如
the stage
邀
of
请
it.
其他
Bring your
种族
troops
进
to the
入。
walls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshehet's race theory. Well, yes. Why?
邀
Don't
请
you want
哦
to be a
，92%。
Seminese supremacist? So what if you're not Seminese? You can be any. He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop, show.
He had nothing to do with it. The man looks.
You are not Santiago. Santiago is not you. Oh, don't be vulgar.
肤色白不白不
White
重
or
要，
not has got little to do
他
with
看
this.
向港口。
The race in it is still clear. Also, to serve is noble. It takes
第四类，
individualism. You have gotten these offshoots of. I am not surprised you enjoy it. The South Island race.
A4A 这是什么鬼？他在讲什么东西？
Future. I am a descendant. The narrow no. I have heard about
你是
it.
听了？
I'm from. You have heard enough.
I think this racist is better than the last. But the
如
next
果
racist
下次再遇上一个的话，你会更
That will be the.
he will grant us 3 wishes.
You're pedomorphic.
The lieutenant.
You should keep him close. Racists are general.
Welcome. He must think redheads.
I am not like them. You exhibit forward projection of the jaw. It is impossible. This leads me to your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is.
Ask what kind of races there are first.
我对世界还很陌生。
You are obviously a liberal. There are 3 categories.
英雄主义、奴隶主义、基间的大染缸。
Tibet, those are the Simonese. A receding genetic pool has led them out on reprehensible parades in mountain cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet. The Vesper, the other overproductive, as proven by the indigenous, the Areopagus, the latter,
The Khoikhos of.
yes. Pinkness in the koi.
Wouldn't he be one for? Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording?
The mysteries of the people of this planet are the revolution, enough of tips. Lesser races like the mosquito is born.
It seems unlikely that 2 human beings.
You are right. Then there is the Semino.
塞美尼吉克
Are you sure you wish to know of the Semino Koiki Chimera? The Koiko, as you know, this will never happen. But enough. It is cruel. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself. We will.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation. There may be another way.
在不成为一个种族理论家的前提下，
You need to internalize what you have heard here today. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
Just like that.
Just like that.
Took over. A solid struck. The man is reeling. All you hear is a small. Now's the time for ace. No, don't be a fucking ballerina. Rip into it. Right hook. Get into it. Bring the hurt closer.
360度回旋踢。我，好。
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up. As you slam your fist.
Looks like you're the new
No one is the new measurehead.
按钮可以摸摸身体，然后把他的钱摸走。哎，过不去啊！不是按下钮吗？还是在这里？哦，在这里。缺钱了，装备一只塑料袋，收集点瓶子去佛利多买，就是资源回收嘛。讲那么多干话。收音机，哎，化为青烟。有人忘了关咖啡机。德维打字机。所有工人等于董事会的一员。
On second,
it's unfortunate.
The drawer opened hundreds of and the same material. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus,
这是白色检定，还能再来一次。好吧，反正可以再来一次。
Whatever's hidden here, it appears to be a to-do. Remember, Leo. All items on the list.
Everard Claire.
The special Porsche, the drawer, slide.
这里有楼梯，还有电话、镁片，士气、见微知著、故弄玄虚、服装。故弄玄虚减一。
The front of this quarter, because white and because Friesel, to your no. After rifling, the magazine is divided into comrade, as you, but perhaps so please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table.
电话。
An imposing combination of a punch clock.
不打，浪费钱。选择等一下，等等。
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Yes, it was probably the service cloak issued.
As your fingers touch the top.
服装，装在哪里？喇叭裤。夹克，正在收集雨水。 包烟筒。
This is the listen. It's
if you must.
Nothing. It looks like the inhabitant. It's a black and
Why did you take that? Fine, but let's move.
The chair is not as austere. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. Oh boy, where to start? Don't think about that. Quick, think about something else. The enormity of the case before you dwarf. You take the painkillers. You stand and exit. This is the night.
然后要去哪呢？这里是黄色板。看来这箱子好像有点用。零钱。哦，箱子。打不开啊，好吧。工业级热水。存档。等等，然后这个，OK。 来了。哦，这里不是就一条路吗？继续。
With great effort, with a mixture of.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. I'm Everard Clare. I'd offer you.
He looks extremely comfortable.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever, forget about that. What's with this Dubois?
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your back.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. This should take care of that It should be sufficient to cover your expense.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Yes, I know,
With a grin, he points to the check again.
Don't mention it.
He's not.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but the world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words is.
I know everything, Harry. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children are.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
无法再试一次。
Officer, we will deal with this later.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
28%。嘛，反正就试吧，不然好像也没什么鸟办法。
Who does this guy think you are? Ronnie the rookie? You ain't worried about no lost gun or Fuck yes, you're part of the fat man. Good. Now lean in with
我们都知道是什么让世界承认。
Let them say what they will about you and me. We're both born fighters. I do want you to feel it.
That's it. Now kick back and add a final flourish for dignity.
You strike me as a reasonable man.
I think we'd like to ask you a few.
Somehow you manage. Whatever you do, don't ask him about the gun first.
Yes, your lost gun. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might, who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand.
Of
we
course.
help you, you help us.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about, honestly. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean...
Yes, that...
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door open, and I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really...
Keep it cool, baby boy. You can use this. Groove with...
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about. Fantastic, my friend. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operation. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard? Don't worry, Harry. Between you and me, I'm not Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed... Of course. Let us dispatch with a formality. My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are...
I think the odds of that.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
隐藏你的困惑可能是个好主意。
So good to hear that.
Words, I guess word has already. It's just a brown folder.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind?
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're. As you look at the folder, Everard.
Okay, Harry.
He got the name from the Census Bureau.
Yes, yes.
That a pity.
Yes, that's what I said. Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white.
可惜不能用上下左右走。哦，可以的。好，那我用上下左右走好。我还以为只用滑鼠点。不，它还是走路可以走，但是点还是得点。这个超久读取，先存个档。14点44分。哎，这里有一个板。
Elysium on.
启动
with a loud grind. The crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
放下来，哦，配进去。好慢哦，我的天哪！哇，只有一。 这个是不是只有一半在空中
？And the harbor sleeps as the strike moving.
I can't see how that was resurrected.
The crane does not.
你看看，雅尔当你
Before you stands.
You do? There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? There may very well. We are not here to interact with containers.
You attempt to turn the hand to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions with some no reply. The knock.
我记得是不是手撬棍？左手撬棍，右手钳子。
Your back before you attempt to your left. The lieutenant.
好，失败了。 我还以为这两个东西可以打开。去门。缺钱了。僕にはわかるきっとこの先面倒でいるそして僕
So, how'd you like our
叫我玛丽拉。
You've been in there, he means.
It's but a wreck ride. You talk a key, huh? Oh, say no more. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Polar Weasel? Oh. What you're looking for is a basement door.
Okay, but where did you get the key?
The janitor gave it to me. None of this mess we're in. This jiving. I'm more of a philosophical doctor.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he does.
看一下，去哪里？后院温室，那算地下。 佛利多，我知道养乐多，但我不知道佛利多。哦，杂货店，黄玫瑰花店。
You see several. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking.
算了，先别搞。
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Hmm? Oh, that's the tear machine. Hmm.
要怎么进？
A small cabinet on their logo is the.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypno.
原来这里可以买补血剂。
Welcome to Free.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but I don't really know anything. I mean, I know.
好吧。看来它没有任何帮助。再看一次要多少钱
？A small cabinet on the wall is
0.9块，挺贵的。到处拾荒也才13块。3个字母 T。妈，去还钥匙，钥匙还给他，然后好像还有点什么问题是。哎，这里多了一个人。
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. Oh, excuse me.
一切都是关于钱，你需要通过花钱来赚钱。
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service, CS Municipal.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for... Yes? Yes, have you got it? You must be joking, right? You come here, this isn't a game show.
You can cash it in at the local frit near the harbor gates, though it might not be enough to cover it.
Like what? I was really enjoying talking about the money you owe me. Another thing, great. Yes?
好，就先这样。哎，这里啊，是不是有门？哦，那会不会是包厢还是？
A thin man is as you step in. Okay, it's definitely not his name. The man puts his cup down and replies something. He smiles. It's almost like music.
保持阳刚之气。他根本不给你问。
A heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
You do? It's a door in the back.
The winch. Outside. In the backyard.
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation. If you say so, Gart is the person to ask about this, the cafeteria manager.
I help you? Another thing. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious. No, I don't have a key. I don't. Or some boring.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
让他继续假装自己漠不关心。
Fine, okay, a little. But so I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though. After the animals. Yes.
好吧，现在开不了。右键，他说花园后面。啊，这里，我要怎么过去？绕一圈看看哈。小屁孩。
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl. You're fooling nobody.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing. Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists. I think that's why.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Why would they do that, sir?
超级明星警探。
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography. What are you? Deaf? They're perfect. Like rock. Yeah, you have. You're a big with a sudden flash.
某类天王巨星。先进的民主理论，故弄玄虚减一，思维逻辑减二。哎，这里有一件黄色的。资源回收，钱。黄色的弹孔，灯吧。
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum. A thick layer of graffito. That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffiti, you know this to be the stuff around the large wooden building. This coin, why place a tourist attraction?
There was a... They got as far as the street lamps and that stage. That's odd. I could swear you were...
哇，要怎么去后面？美片。
afternoon, Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel, there is
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do?
That is good to hear, madame.
It happens quicker.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group. Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive
Of course, ma'am. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective? I see. So, are you saying you lost your Oh dear. I do believe...
As I said, ma'am.
Of course, I sympathize.
She's a professional negotiator. She should...
Of course, the situation is extremely volatile. Everything. Right up to, but not including, I believe the...
And how are the talks going?
They're not.
Wait, she just admitted that...
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking... Oh, so you've met him?
My colleague has his peculiar...
Of course. To each their... Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for, let's say...
And when did...
I arrived 3 weeks...
But
I wasn't the original negotiator here.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens, no.
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
Mr. Clare told him to... Fuck off, midget. Monty's shortest... Yes. There are leaflets everywhere.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame. Fortunately, they explained it. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pine. That may well be. It's not up, I'm not sure. And now...
Excuse me.
I first heard it.
This checks out.
The scabs.
Oh,
don't let her answer it herself.
If these workers were organized...
It's implied. She's open to this.
Everard Clare? Of course not.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out.
He is the most corrupt individual I have... Yes, it's how they circumvent the term limits, you see. With a funny... The Débardeurs Union was once organized labor at its best.
A mob.
Refreshingly honest offer. And your opinion, Detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
工人主义黑帮.
Thank you for being candid. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of... Yes. On the last day...
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just downright haunt. The point of the
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help? You have. And how did you like Mr. Clare? Of course. He could.
The RCM does not pick sides.
Of course. How could I...
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite...
Oh.
The lieutenant looks at you. He's able to...
Unconventional police officers, sometimes...
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun? Well, maybe he's not as Of course, until then, is there anything I can help you with? Why, yes I am. The boat? No. It's a pleasure craft. My sloop.
I'm enjoying this part of the...
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou. We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
She nods.
Officer.
The crown, her nonchalance.
Good.
There was a touch of discomfort there.
The Pines' core competency is logistics. And
that is
the term.
The Wild Pines group is one of the original Jean-Baptiste Elysium.
Why, thank you. I'm not at liberty.
$1 billion?
20 billion is a lot. A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a...
She nods.
Of course,
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota. Evening, the vow, lower intestine, fascism, Brota. Many things, but it's mostly about quit stalling, Brota. We're talking about the wicked, yes, women, men of war. You don't like them. That's what fascism boils down to. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota. There's a slow, it is one of big...
要怎么上去啊？这里有路。
This is a wall on the side of an apartment.
弹孔，毛线帽，皮通领。
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails hold it. The door is, in fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp. You knock silently.
I guess...
You're pretty sure the owner of the apartment isn't here.
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an...
The lieutenant, you try to be a... Finally, the sound of the key turning still... There's nothing else to do than to...
原来这里就是公寓。哦，黄色。药。小手提箱。皮通里。竹节虫隐藏世界。
This is the flag of Revachol. The suzerain. This isn't just one side, it's an optical, atmospheric anomaly. By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing. The flag doesn't... A row of mugs sits on the shelf, each one a little ring. Though there's something, it looks like the artist is celebrating diversity. But underneath, he's just making... You ain't got the lieutenant.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much...
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here, and now they've drawn the ire of...
An interesting little clue. Let's see...
Who knows?
You could ask Everett.
房间有消毒剂。循循善诱，疑神疑鬼，思维逻辑。白色缎子哦。捡的有鬼祟玲珑、喇叭裤跟绿蛇皮鞋。哦，喇叭裤跟绿蛇皮鞋。奇怪，这里居然没有其他东西了。打开大门，告诉他非旋旅社秘密通道。警察对决。
see,
Not looking for any trouble, officer. There's no trouble. I'm just I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay.
Don't let him go. This could...
Is it really that
like a nervous cat.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette I have... I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good,
We will remove the body as soon as...
Oh.
Wait, is someone else investigating the link?
No, not you two. Some more muscular
type. And when did you speak to this more...
Last week? I don't know. Look.
It'll take more than...
You didn't answer the question.
It was my Sunday friend.
He doesn't reply. Gesturing.
My name?
That's definitely...
No, of course not. Could you please... I'd even go...
We will remove...
Oh.
Wait, is some...
No, not you.
And when?
Last week?
It'll take more...
You didn't...
It was my Sunday...
He does...
No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
28%。早知道不先跟他对话，反正只有一次机会。
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance? For a moment.
I am sorry.
But hold on. What's that?
他的右手停顿一
For a
下。
split, it's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
石头。他手停留了一下，指向前门旁边的一块石头。
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know. He could be a witness. Him or his son. He did leave us a sign. If we find a way in...
A stone. There's a key beneath it.
This must be for the front. We'll just have to...
哦，就这样进来。争强好胜，逻辑思维。见微知著，故弄玄虚。我感觉要存档一下，说不定等一下我就死。每片9，真正的苔藓，还有假的苔藓。哎，通往地下室，这里有鞋子。切。
This door has been closed with a padlock, but it's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded.
You seem committed to it, so go on.
The shackle...
After you, detective.
真正的石板印刷术。哦，还有这个。 9厘米子弹，标新立异，逻辑思维。哎，那还不如这个好。
A plaster cast bust depicts
石
the
膏
middle-aged
半身
man,
像，
Krasmazov, known to get.
The white star, the photos on the wall.
年
I
轻
think
公
we
社
have
社
broken
员
in.。
哦。
You hear someone walking around, and the walking stop sounded like a woman's shoes. A poor communard.
Let's go. We don't have a...
It's generally easier to...
明信片。
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. I'm fine. Now.
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Yes, I know.
Somewhere in the...
What's he in trouble for? Talk?
What was so...
He lives upstairs in
楼上
room
28
28.
号。
Go to the balcony.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment.
I'm no one. If you could... It's barely bigger than a...
She hasn't spoken to...
Ask away, policeman. No one lives there. It's impossible. I would know if someone... Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a pub. Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. Oh, that one. I think he studied. Something to do with all those stars. The symbol of what and how?
平等。
I don't believe in equality. People come and go.
They probably just moved.
Oh, no.
有钱人的行刑队。4月最冷的那16天。
What happened here? It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one, indeed.
获得新技能点。能工巧匠反应速度。 嘛，至少这样我不容易死。不用害怕说出奇怪的事。
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rush.
The streets will not...
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know?
我最后一次测试 B 型肝炎。
The last time I was tested for Hep C. And here I was trying to be polite.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's...
I ain't no snitch, Pigstein.
Actually, there is a shortage.
We weren't put on this earth to make it. Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful... I haven't really... This place is severe. I thought I'd mix... Have you ever... We rarely... Yeah? Fine.
She means the opposite. She turns her head to hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the woman.
That Zonecha. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon isn't...
On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world. It's where they grow whores like her. Have you got a crush?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil intended for...
What did you think I was using? Aquarelle? Or what? You'll push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hand. Watch your back.
先找箱子。夜钱。 当警察这么辛苦，还要到处街上翻钱。士气较低，放在平心定器上。哦，深蓝色。城市里的老鼠。男士工作裤。奥兰治卡拉杰。看来这里没啥。对好，晚上要去看那个，看他们有谁在酒吧里。从这里下去看看啊。士气太低了。我直接通这里。啊，算了。暗峡公寓。偶尔跟陌生人多说说话，多探索。主角确实很强，一个礼拜破2个案件。哦，这里是上去。技能点也可以用来购买新的思维格子，或是忘记旧思维。哦，那时候有格子，但是现在那个思维点都是负数，有个垃圾。看必看哦，是没看过警察到处偷钱。哦，原来是这儿。30号公寓档，29号。
This door is made of metal. Number 28.
Let's see.
No one.
Looks like the young man we are looking for. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? The smoker on the...
Don't worry.
Tomorrow, 9...
Damn. Turns out, remember.
哦，可惜他没办法做开放，没有做开放世界。如果他做开放世界就比较好，就不用一直读档，一直在读地图，有够烦。哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒。现在去处理那个 dead body，处 处理完就结束。对了，这个店好像是这里书店。这里赠品书和画
The
吊。
display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring.
Oh, man from blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those. What does it matter? If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyun Dalaman, the man from.
之后再买。
The display rack is
看这里。
A small mountain of colorful boards.
桌游。
Wonderful board. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. Don't be so. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty, Lousy, or I've heard they turn people.
An endless. There's also books in a board game section. There's a box. That price is steep, but then.
好贵哦。旧体育杂志。 无聊的书。
This bookstore is not strictly amidst the point of the book, and it serves wholeness. When it's up to your mind, the book features. There's even a chapter on that.
Sir, please, I can't have you end up like opening a police store next door and steal.
在讲什么？什么警察商店
Several the maps look old and faded. This large map, Ozon, disintegrating. In the northeast, a dust you can. 800 of the ocean connection star. You have little. Perhaps they are the north cut to the east. Hudon. It's so small you can't. It's not really a map. Still, it's.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is
其
the
他
only
两
one
份也是非
available.
卖品。
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. That old thing. It's an out-of-date map from when some.
The place does not.
They didn't get that far, for some reason.
Oh.
A shame. The project never got going.
我想要
It'd be nice
存
if
档，
someone
然后
fixed
试试
Martinez
看。
up. All these.
存个档，大不了失败就 SL。
Several maps. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches. You peek at the store. You're now the proud owner of.
大傻屌才跟你买。
Plaque on the shelf. You will attain a place on this shelf.
I would say. The book is also very daring. Perhaps.
Do her work.
Certainly.
You feel like you should get this one. Browsing through books suddenly. High speed. Next.
I really must. I'm sorry. I did not mean to rush you. You.
图画手册《魔法大全》。
These shelves are a couple of spook novels.
Oh, you're a.
Note. Crime. These books. What's not a single mention. You see, a killing is declared. Yes, tragedy. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question. Your quick eye noticed a worn paper. Could it be the motifs of unstable identity? Perhaps you're drawn to the dark and nor. Then this is the book for you.
然后再来是这里。
You see.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now, please go.
She speaks oddly enough. The more she tries to draw you, you see some kind of. This is a inhabitants of. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, just as you're about.
Sir, don't touch that. Parasite.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtain?
Thank you.
Talking. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in.
看来要想办法把它拉开。我怀疑后面有东西。
Her face looks powdery and painted from all the makeup.
I am. the proudest owner of our little shop of Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books off my precious? Her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have, as a young girl should be, as a young girl should be.
The woman before you scans the store. Her shop.
Goodness, you were already doing. Everything is on the shelf.
She smiles and
I already told. Just let it go.
She's so tense. It's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
It's just for Okay, are you happy now?
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
Yes, I've contacted the wards. Help to keep the doom at bay and protect the curse. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. Everyone knows there's something wrong with this building. It's not good to talk.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
Most certainly not.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Okay, but please. Oh, this.
No,
there are numerous.
Desert doesn't seem like the spell is working. There are no.
Sir, I am well educated in the commercial and esoteric arts. Discount my. Besides, this would only tempt the phantoms.
The woman before you scans the store. Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what.
Are you sure? You're no
You look like. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He's silent.
How do you?
Here we go.
Your part's but I am not the only one at risk. If you promise, good officer, then you. Thank you, sir.
Do not act surprised. You know.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch, probably. Yes, some unknown. Oh, and please do return.
What you discover? Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a Look at yourself. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh. A little. It ain't easy. But you do it. Sure. Are you rich?
No.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? Because of the taxes. G-Man's got his. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gossamer state? Every time. 98% of all your money.
接受思想，自由市场，原教旨主义者。
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? It's all about the tax.
间接征税模式，减2通情达理原写。这游戏虽然是解谜类，但是好难哦。不小心就死了，然后城市大部分也都看完。算了，下次就从调查 dead body 开始。储存。好，下次就从 dead body 开始。哦，忘了转。好，让我看看。为主菜单是的。就这样。